What's going on, guys? My name is Dawson, or the Llama, and I cannot lie to you guys because I have recorded this video about 20 times. Not all the way through maybe about 3 times, but basically messing up on something or, getting tangled in my words as I do. I just had to restart the video. So this is my 20th take. Hopefully this one I get it right, but we'll see. So today, as you guys have seen by the thumbnail and the title of the video, I'm going to be unboxing the Supernatural Hot Topic exclusive Leviathan Goo covered Castiel. That is a mouthful, but I've said it 20 times now, so it's getting easier. But I'm going to tell you how I came in, how I acquired this specific pop, and basically why I wanted to do a video at 3 o'clock in the morning reviewing and unboxing this pop. So this pop was graciously given to me along with 2 other pops, one pocket, one an actual full-size Funko Pop, which I'll be doing a review of this Flock Stitch coming up. He also gave me this, he knows I love the Joker. I have a bunch of Joker items on my desk, and Joker is my favorite villain, so he picked me up this black and white Hot Topic exclusive Joker. Actually, all 3 items he gave me just so happened to be Hot Topic exclusives, which is pretty freaking sweet. But I was sitting here and I decided that I wanted to do this video. I've recorded it, like I said, 20 times, and none of the videos came out that great. So I was sitting here at my desk watching some Legends of Tomorrow, which is also another CW show. Love the CW, love Supernatural, love Legends of Tomorrow, love Flash. Flash is one of my favorite shows. Might be my favorite show on right now. That's at least a scripted show. I do love like Face Off, which is on Sci-Fi, but that doesn't really matter. But I love all the shows in the CW. Arrow, I know everybody loves Arrow, and Arrow started the whole entire CW DC universe. I just never had the time to sit down and watch Arrow, or I guess I've had the time, but it's just so much to watch. And I know what's happening, I know the storylines, so I'm not that lost within the series. But, doesn't matter. Actually, right now I'm watching the Legends of Tomorrow episode where they're in the Wild West. It's the most recent episode where they're going to go meet Jonah Hex, which is pretty freaking sweet, because Jonah Hex is a really, really cool character. If you've watched Justice League, the old cartoon that was on Cartoon Network, maybe? I can't remember. I remember watching Justice League Unlimited and Justice League, and Jonah Hex was in both. At least he was in Justice League. He was at least in Justice League Unlimited. I know that for sure. I actually didn't show you guys the box, so let me show you guys the box. I'm getting ahead of myself because your 20th time around, you kind of get a little bit antsy and want to open the box a little bit fast. So here is the front of the box. As you can see, Castiel is Leviathan Goo, and on the box he is not. That's just because they don't do variant boxes, but the sticker basically says it all. On the side, just another little Castiel art. Love the art on these boxes. I've always said that I understand why people take their Funko Pops out of the box, but for me, I think I'll always be an in-box collector because I absolutely love the box art. I think the box really just makes the entire figure. And on the back, you have the other characters. You have Sam, Dean, Castiel, Charlie, and Crowley. Definitely want a Crowley because Castiel and Crowley are my 2 favorite characters on the show, even though Sam and Dean are the main characters. Well, technically nowadays, it's Sam, Dean, Crowley, and Castiel who are basically the main characters. Yeah, those other characters you can get in the line. I know Justin has 2 Castiels, both of the exclusives, the Steve Castiel, and then the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Castiel from 2015. And then he also has Charlie, because he loves Charlie, and he has a crush on Felicia Day. Just being honest, he loves Felicia Day. But I do want a Crowley because he's, Castiel and Crowley are basically tied for my favorite character, so he's technically my favorite character on the show. So like I said, I've done a review of this pop before. I mean, I do have some mixed feelings on it. the paint job is very sloppy. And I'm not just talking about the splatter paint on there. I'm talking about the hairline is all, the hairline is completely painted on, very rough. A lot of the hair is not even painted. His little tie, I've seen other Castiel pops, excuse me, and his tie is not painted that bad. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see how bad his tie is painted on, but it's god awful. His belt is painted awfully, and you know, his neck. Like, I understand why he's painted black. You know, the Leviathan goo, because that episode was freaking amazing. Um, but I know he's like seeping from the seams with just Leviathan goo and stuff. But I didn't really need them to completely spray the whole top half of him completely black. It's almost like they took the top of the spray can, sat it on top of the little peg hole for his head, and just sprayed down, let everything just drip down, and his shoulders, his neck are all just complete black. And that's not even shadow. That's literally just the paint on the figure. Like, it's not good. It's not good. But I also have to say that overall the figure's not bad either. No one, since I display my stuff in box, or since I keep my figures in box, um, no one's really gonna take them out of the box and be like, "Oh, his hairline's messed up. Oh, his belt's messed up. Oh, his tie's messed." Like, people will probably see the tie messed up, but no one's gonna be flipping around the figure and pointing out all its flaws. It's just for this video. I do want to point out the flaws because I do point out the flaws in a lot of my videos that, you know, I have a problem with. But this figure does look like Castiel was ripped right out of the scene, right out of the show, and basically put into pop form. So they did a good job overall with the look of the pop. But the paint job is just so sloppy. And again, I'm not just talking about the little splats. I'm talking about just the pop in general, like the jacket, the overcoat, or whatever you want to call it, the belt, the shirt, the tie, the hair, basically everything that's on other Castiel pops, they just messed up on. And like, I don't know if you can really even see this, which it's just that bad. Like, can you see the back of his hand? Right in there. Both of his hands. So if your hands are down like this and you're holding fists, the whole back of his hand is completely painted beige like his jacket. The paint on this pop is just awful. It's almost like we went back to when Funko first started and they just had, you know, they could only, you know, come out with so many pops. Like, it's almost like they're like limited edition pops back then. And the paint job back then was not that good. This looks like it's from an original Funko. That's just how sloppy the paint job is. And I don't want to seem like a dick, because my friend did give this to me, and I'm really appreciative of it, and it's a really, really cool piece. I just, I feel sorry and I feel sad that he was just given such a bad pop. He ordered this online. He didn't pick it out. He ordered it online, and it's like they just gave him the worst pop with the worst paint on it. I don't know if all of the Castiel Leviathan goo covered Funko or Castiel pops are like this. I hope not, because the paint job on this is laughable. It's very laughable. And if anybody at Funko is watching this video, which you're probably not, this is the worst painted Funko Pop I have received, just because of how sloppy the craftsmanship is on it. But I can't say I don't like the pop. I just say I'm disappointed in the paint job in the pop. Overall, if you're going to get this pop, which I do still recommend, make sure you find it out and about, or, you know, just be prepared for a bad paint job, and hopefully you do get a good paint job. But if you do find this out in the wild, look at it, you know, take it out of the box. I know you're not supposed to. Take it out of the box if you're really, really picky about the paint job, because my Funko Pop is not painted very well. Looks good from the front, kind of, besides the tie. But when you really start looking at it, like I said, the paint job is laughable. But, you know, this is the first Funko Pop review I've ever done where I've really ranted ranted about the pop. And I'm sorry that has to be Castiel. He's one of my favorite TV characters of all time, and I'm sad that this Funko Pop is just not painted very well. But anyways, guys, that's just my opinion. Tell me about your opinions down below about this specific pop. Do you have this pop in your collection? Is your pop as badly painted as mine? Let me know. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you want to be cool, then make sure to drop a like. If you feel awesome, then make sure to subscribe. Till next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.